This is deep for me. You guys don't understand. I mean, you're talking about a guy who didn't have a TV until he was 12, who was lucky enough to have a dad who had records and played music like Summer in the City to me. A guy who was sitting in the third seat of the station wagon was no longer cool, listening to 100 Ways, but staying focused, dedicated, knowing that art and music can be a way out of my situation. Don't put this on Facebook. Quincy, you have meant a lot to not only me, but a lot of individuals in this room. It is with humble pleasure that I sat with my staff, the hardworking Natalie Muallim, the hardworking Alex Hannibal, the support of Beth Jansen, Eileen Newman, and Jane Rosenthal, and trusting me and allowing my staff to put together this celebration to you brings it back full circle to me. So without further ado, I'd like to bring you to the stage to welcome you, to honor you, and then we're gonna celebrate some more. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Quincy Jones.
How y'all doing? What a night, I didn't expect this. I just left Korea, Beijing, and you got me crying here. Beijing and Shanghai, and then dropping here and back here. You can see how messed up I am. I wore a tux I'm supposed to wear Monday night to give Sidney Poitier Lincoln Center Award. I am totally messed up. Lost too much weight, pants on the ground, all that kind of stuff. But this little brother's something else, so give him some love. That's what our future's about. And I was blessed when I was young that people like Clark Terry, Ray Charles, we came up together at 14 and 16. And they put Benny Carter, Clark Terry, and all those guys. But I'm going to tell you the truth. First of all, I'd like to give my respects to a man that I adore, Sidney Lumet. New York, real New York brother. He gave me, I wanted to do movies since I was 15 years old. We used to play hooky in Seattle and go see all the movies I could identify. Alfred Newman at 20th Century Fox, and Victor Young at Paramount, Stanley Wilson at RKO. That's right, anyway, I was at 15 years old. Hey baby, it's fine. Fox up there. And backing up,
okay, that's what I'm saying.
Sidney gave me my first shot in New York. He was romancing Lena Horne's daughter, Gail, and he married her and had babies. I finally, after living in Hell's Kitchen, paying my dues in New York for 20 years, lived around the corner from him. Anyway, I'll tell you the truth. I was born in Chicago. I wanted to be a gangster until I was 11 years old, because I came up in the ghetto in Chicago in the 30s. My father was a master carpenter for the most notorious 3Gs, OGs on the planet. You know? The Jones Boys didn't play. And they were so mean that I got my medal here. I got a switchblade. They nailed my hand stabbed my hand to a pencil. I was 7 years old. Ice pick. They don't play in Chicago. Ask Jennifer Hudson. No, it's serious. And so I really didn't want, all I saw were dead bodies, Tommy guns, stogies, and piles of money for the first 10 years of my life. Capone ran the Jones Boys out of Chicago in 43. My daddy came by the next day, got my brother and I to the barber shop, took us on a trailway bus to the Northwest. I ran into Ray Charles, and I was 14, he was 16. And the only thing that saved our lives is we used to have one thing we used to say every day. That's where America was at then. There's a lot of it around today too. Again, not Animal Obama in office, boy. We used to say, not one drop of my self-worth depends on your acceptance of me. Not one drop. And you need, because you cannot afford to let an external force define who you are. You gotta know who you are and then do something about it. Get off your booty and develop yourself. Sorry, get your science together because you already got the soul. But get the science with it to develop it. I see the young kids like this brother doing it. And it makes me real proud. How old are you, man? Go ahead, man. You didn't hang on long enough. I know I'm supposed to shut up. How long? I'm done, James.
Extra tea. Look at that extra tea.
No, I just want to get this over. Anyway, I got this. This feels like home to me because this is Bobby De Niro, who means so much to me. I'll tell you about him later. Jane Rosenthal, God bless her. And we went through all the stuff, as kids, and I had to really understand that it takes, no matter how much emotion you have to develop the science behind it to deliver that emotion, because emotion don't mean nothing if you don't have the science behind it to really take you all the way. And I went all the way from bebop to Nadia Boulanger with Leonard Bernstein and Kosminski, so I'm going all the way. No mother, all that stuff, but do it. They say the statute of limitations has expired on those childless experiences. Stop whining about it and get your shit together and go on with your life. Okay? Come on. Okay. So I fulfilled my dream with the Pawnbrokers, the first time of the 35 films. You can't plan it. Like Linklater used to live next to me and said, you want to make God laugh? Tell him your plans. It's true. I go so far back with Sidney Poitier. I met him in 51. Like, broke as the Ten Commandments I was in 51. I met Harry Belafonte, who's here tonight. Is Harry here? I saw him last night, I don't know. And Sidney P, who's like my brother, Sidney Poitier, and Marlon Brando with a red fedora on. Who shot Streetcar Named Desire. And anyway, it's home. I'm telling you, Martin Scorsese came out of the cutting room when I was doing Michael. I said, Marty, I need you to do a video. He said, you crazy, man, I'm doing Color of Money with Tom Cruise and Tom. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. What am I going to say, man? Shanghai to New York. Lord have mercy. That's what it is, though. When you're 78, you can't negotiate. Fuck it. I remember the days when I first went into Universal Studios, and they didn't have black composers back then. I got the first con broken. I went to Hollywood thinking everything was going to be roses and stuff. And I'd walk down the hall and I thought for years that Schwarzer meant composer. They say, here comes a Schwarzer. I thought it was a composer. No, I didn't. I figured it out quick. And the first time when I did Cold Blood, I found out what it was about. Mr. Capote, God bless him, he said to Richard Brooks, Richard, I can't understand why you've got a Negro doing a film with no people of color. I'll tell you, that's where it's at. And that's not finding, that's where it was at. Richard said, fuck you, And we did the movie, and after I got the nominations and stuff, Truman called and apologized, cried and all that stuff. Anyway, all of these great Sidneys. Sidney Poitier, he put me on the path because it was only him then, him and Sidney Lumet was there first, And Sidney Pollack, I did his first movie, you know.